What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and check it out. We have the Inhumans here on Adelan, and they have some interesting. Uh, they do have some interesting animations when they get bored. Medusa blow drying her hair, Lockjaw being a dog and falling asleep, and then let's not forget the sneeze blown up all the worlds. I mean, come on, you gotta give me that one. That was pretty good. I mean, you gotta figure. This does bring up a great question. What does happen when Blackbolt sneezes? I mean, geez. So the Inhumans are a controversial group. They've been around forever, so like it's not like they're new. But Marvel has emphasized them quite a bit recently, much to the chagrin of X-Men fans everywhere. So the Inhumans make their grand entry into the world of Lego here in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Now, it's not the first time we've had any of the Inhumans in a game. Obviously, Blackbolt has been in the game, I believe, both games, but or actually, it might have only been in the first game. But now we have them as part of the story. So we are going to get the entire royal family. Plus, we are also going to get one of the newer Inhumans, and there are two others that fall in line with the Inhumans now. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it and start with the king and ruler of Adelan. That is right, it is Boltigan. I don't even know if I said that right, but yeah. So Blackbolt is the man who can't speak. The man who can destroy a world with a whisper, and he is obviously one of the pretty much the Omega level characters of the Marvel Universe, and he is great in this game. He's got all sorts of great powers. He can fly, obviously, and he was born to rule. So he has his glass shattering ability. I think they did a great job on this animation. That was so cool. And plus he shoots from his little thing up there. Blackbolt is definitely a character I have appreciated for quite a while. Some of my favorite stories in the Marvel Universe are cosmic stories, and he played a huge role in War of Kings, Realm of Kings, Annihilation, all that good stuff. And he's popped up in some Nova comics over the years. There was this part where he was presumed dead. Just lots of great stories involving Blackbolt, which is crazy considering he can't actually talk. It's not that he can't, it's just he shouldn't, because everybody dies. Obviously, Anson Mount played him in the Inhumans recently, and I thought actually it was a pretty decent casting for him. I thought he did a pretty good job from what I've seen. I haven't honestly watched the whole season yet. It's on Hulu. I plan on doing it, and by the time you watch this video, I may have. But anyway, Blackbolt, the leader, cool. His wife is Medusa, and one of the things I've hated about the show, but also kind of makes sense, like, they shaved her head. And I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but whatever. I mean, if you've seen any of the pictures of the show, you'll know that that's what happened. So she's got like this massive hair, and the hair does all the tricks, basically. She has really come into her own recently, and I think she's every bit as feared as a Blackbolt. As far as usefulness in this game, I mean, I don't love the powers, but she is pretty cool. It's not a character I don't know. I like Medusa, but her power is just so awkward. I remember in Marvel Heroes Omega, the PC version, she was a team up, and every time I saw her, I said, this is just not a character I'm very excited to play as. But she was kind of cool. I do like this animation; it's pretty cool. But yeah, she does this little whip thing with her hair, but. Yeah, I love the way the strands kind of fall out as she goes. A former member of the Fantastic Four, by the way. Are you guys still salty about that? Anyway, Medusa. Let us talk about, quite frankly, one of the best characters in the game. It is Lockjaw. Not big enough. I wish he was bigger, but I understand why they made him this small, to make him a little bit more accessible, to be able to use him in the levels the way that they did. Lockjaw is the superstar to come out of the Inhumans TV show. I think everybody absolutely adores him, and they did a fantastic job of animating him in this game. I mean, look at just how amazing it is. He rolls, he kicks up some dust, he teleports. I mean, he jumps. This is what LEGO Games is all about. He is a joyful character. Look at his facial expressions when he runs. This character, I'm telling you right now, Lockjaw will be on my top 10 list of favorite characters in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. I don't know quite where yet, and he does go to sleep a little bit too fast for my liking. Makes it a little challenging to make my thumbnail, but I digress. Lockjaw, he is going to be one of your favorites. He's one of mine. I actually got an awesome plush toy of him at New York Comic Con, and I do also have to say, one of the, one of the most aw moments I've seen at any panel I've ever been at was when they had the LEGO Marvel Superheroes panel at New York Comic Con, and a little boy came up and he asked Arthur Parsons if we would be able to create our own dog in the game so that he could make his dog in the game. And I could see Arthur's heart break from where I was sitting, because that boy just wanted to make his dog out of either Cosmo or Lockjaw in the game, and he couldn't say that they could. Maybe an idea for later on down the line, but it wasn't all bad for him, because the gentleman that was there with the Lego group actually gave him a Guardians of the Galaxy Lego set. So all's well that ends well. But I will never forget that. It was actually really cool. It worked out really well for the kid, and Arthur's a pro. He answered it really smoothly. So, in any event, Lockjaw, absolute favorite, absolute stud. Let's talk about another character that very well. Let's actually just change the whole group up here. So we got Crystal, we got Triton, and we have to leave off one of the members of the group. So let's just go to Karnak. So here we have Karnak. These are other members of the royal family. First we have Crystal, the sister of Medusa. And some people, I don't know, somebody made a comment in one of the videos I made that she was the worst part of the show, and I don't know about that. She seemed okay to me so far. This is probably the character I've found myself using the most in this game, and what I especially love about her is she has all the elemental powers. So, when you do a beam, she may start... Hold on, I'm struggling here. She may start off doing electricity, but if you start shooting something that's gold, it'll switch to fire. If you start shooting fire, it'll switch to ice. She does everything that you need to do. She also does some magic, which is great. I don't know why. I don't know if she's like manipulating the air. Had this conversation with my boy Disciple of Fear, and we're not sure why she does the magic, but makes it multi-purpose. So if you want a character that's not a created character, this is a character that I use quite a bit. She's been very romantical with many members of the MCU, or the Marvel Universe, I should say. Was once married to and has a daughter with Quicksilver, and also dabbled with a little Johnny Storm. So, yeah, Crystal, she knows what to do, and there you go. Triton, this is our Aquaman of the game, if you will. So a member of the royal family. I believe he's a cousin. And really cool character. I mean, he is amphibious, and he's got his Aquaman staff here. I do love this animation for the other characters that do it. I know Red Wolf does this animation, so it's pretty cool. He does some music. So if you're gonna try to get the achievement for making people dance, this is a lot like Star-Lord. I do have plans of doing a video with all characters that do music, but Triton is wonderful. So there you go. There's Triton. I don't even want to take Triton off the screen, but we got to bring out the enforcer of the Inhumans. It is Gorgon, and Gorgon is it's a hoof. Ha! If you've seen Inhumans, you know what that means. So he is kind of like a Mantar. Love his animations. This is definitely a character I really enjoy. And he gets pretty cocky. And yeah, look at me with my big old mace. What it do? Yeah. So Gorgon is, I believe he's the leader of the Royal Guard. So he's not just the enforcer of the group. He's like the whole tactical force, if you will. There it is. I love this pose. Great stuff. So there's Gorgon. Then last but not least, we have Karnak. Now, they tried to give Karnak his own book, and I didn't really read it, and I should, and I feel bad. He's a tactician. He's kind of like Taskmaster in a way, where he can kind of see things, and in his way, with his ability, it's not just seeing things and trying to like fight with it. It's kind of like seeing the outcome of events. He is a master. Ooh, we're gonna fall all the way down to the bottom. He is a master of the martial arts as well. I did not like the casting of him in the Inhumans. I do not. I mean, I know that he's really challenging. He's kind of got that egghead thing going on, but the guy that played him, I did not love him as Karnak. Didn't really fit for me personally. I think everyone else was kind of okay, but Karnak, not so much for me. So there you go, Karnak. Also, we have the evil brother of Blackbolt. Did that real slow. We have... let's get Blackbolt out here. Oop, that's Black Cat.
I must protect my people.
We've got Maximus the Mad, a.k.a. Maximus Boltigan. There we go. Kind of looks a little Lex Luthor-like. It's unfortunate that he does not... It's unfortunate that he does not end up like getting like a mech suit or something, especially given the level you play him in the game. Maximus is a genius, very evil genius, and he's really not an Inhuman. He's kind of human, so there's that too. But absolute amazing casting as him. Ewan Rayon, again, names, I don't know him, so there you have it, Maximus the Mad. And as I mentioned, there are two other characters that have ride with the Inhumans in the comics. One of them is Miss Marvel, and the other one is a newer Inhuman, Inferno. So obviously Miss Marvel, I think everybody knows at this point, really, really important character to Marvel Comics. Definitely a character that they're pushing really hard, given her background. And I'm all for it. I mean, I think she has an opportunity to really be one of the great characters to come out of this generation. And it is definitely Marvel getting it right for me. So I do appreciate her. She does the Mr. Fantastic stuff. She grows big. She goes small. That does not go small. No. There we go. She shrinks. You're going to use her a lot in this game because there's a lot of puzzles that she has to do. And it's the default character that they have you pick. So there you go. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. And last but not least, actually not last but not least, there is one more. Let's go ahead and bust out Quake, Daisy Johnson. Everybody loves Daisy Johnson, Quake. She is Sky as well. I love her earthquake kind of deal. So, obviously, this is Chloe Bennett in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's in her agent's uniform. This is kind of more of a comic version of Daisy Johnson, I think. You know, I love this suit, by the way. Might make a JayShockblast Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I think a lot of people are really excited about this character. So there is Daisy Johnson, aka Quake. And now, last but not least, we have Inferno. And I know what you're all saying. That's basically just the Human Torch. And he can flame on. You can do all your fiery goodness. And then, if we land, he will flame on. Hold on, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Flame off. Flame on. Flame off. Flame on. Now, if there was a way to give this power to somebody, that would be awesome. And honestly, Human Torch and Thing have been hanging with the Inhumans for a little bit anyway. And Human Torch's Inhuman costume is amazing. So, I don't know. Having a character that just turns into fire is not really exactly, the craziest thing in the world. So, like, I can't imagine it's just super unique that only the Human Torch could be a character that bursts into flames and flies. But I digress. So, there you have it, folks. Those are the Inhumans, 11 of them in total, from LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Which one is your favorite? I would say everybody should answer Lockjaw. And I think we need to see Lockjaw on the way out the door. There he is, Lockjaw. And let's see Lockjaw. Does he... What happens when he jumps off? If only he did the Scooby-Doo thing where he like patted his little puppy arms. That would have been phenomenal. But he doesn't glide, and he's gonna go splash. So before he turns into mush, I'll let you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see ya. You're not gonna see it.